Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Greg and I'm going to go over Litecoin. I made a video about Litecoin briefly. I think I mixed it in with something else. I was going over Litecoin. I thought Litecoin was important to pay attention to, possibly what's might be going on with the cryptocurrency market. But I just made a video, and the previous video is kind of a negative video. But this is something I had to put out there, make people aware of. Okay, if it hurt your feelings, you're probably in the space for the wrong reason. I'm not talking to everybody who's going to be listening to this, but if somebody says something that's like negative against, like, maybe you're a coin that you're in love with, and it actually hurts your feelings, you're in it for the wrong reasons. Okay. There's coins that I like that people say bad stuff about it all the time. I'm like, I don't care. There's people came on there. I did a chart about Amplify. They got on there, started making comments. Greg, that's a Korean coin, man. That's the, you wake up one morning and it'll be down to zero. And he might be right. It didn't hurt my feelings because I'm just going off the chart, guys. Eliminate the emotions, eliminate the feelings. Once you get to that point, it doesn't even matter anymore. That's just my take on it, guys. It's not a big deal. That's going to continue to go on, people doing that. But I'm just letting you know, if somebody says something negative against your stuff and it gets you all a little riled up a little bit, you're like, oh no, you start getting nervous. You're like, oh, what am I doing? You're probably in it for the wrong reasons. That's a little indication. Okay, guys. So that's just my take on it. So, and you can figure that out on your own. Here's Litecoin. I'm on the trading view. I'm going to go over the whole thing. So you see Litecoin is making a little run. If you see Litecoin start getting up above there, that's going to be a pretty good signal. It's an early warning shot, possibly, for the cryptocurrency market. Now, one of the reasons I like going over Litecoin is everywhere in the news. What was in the news recently? GBTC, Grayscale. Grayscale was going to sell all their Bitcoin, All the people in CT, crypto Twitter were worried about Grayscale dumping their Bitcoin. They thought they were just going to go into the coffers over there at Coinbase and start unloading 635,000 Bitcoin and send Bitcoin price down to the depths. And it was a good reason possibly to be concerned a little bit. But if you understood that the SEC was going to be involved, the Coinbase, which is a publicly traded company, you're like, wait a second, this is not FTX, guys. And the other thing is, too, when you put a bunch of money onto an exchange and the broker, that the exchange that you're putting your money on, this is just a little FYI, putting your money on, they're actually trading themselves too. It's not a good idea to put a bunch of money on an exchange like that, okay? So if you go over to an exchange and they're doing a bunch of trades, like FTX as an example, you know that they're trading, you probably don't want to keep a lot of funds on there, on any brokerage that's actually doing trading, especially leverage trading. Just an FYI. So, and for those that lost funds in there, I do feel for you. It sucks, but I lost money in UST, guys. I lost money in Luna UST. I had a bunch of UST. I got lucky. I got it out when the peg was at like 97.5. The only thing that saved me, I was actually, just to make a long story short, I was trying to send it over to KuCoin. I had UST in, what is that, Terra Wallet, Terra Station, or wherever it was. So I sent $10 of UST over to KuCoin. And what happened was that the whole system, before I was doing it, before I actually tested it to make sure, okay, if something goes on, I could send it over to KuCoin and flip UST into whatever, USDC or US Tether. And I did a test. I checked it out. But once this whole depegging was going on, you know what conveniently happened with KuCoin? Oh, I sent UST over there. It didn't show up. It didn't show up, guys. Yeah, eventually it showed up after the depeg. I sent $10 over there. Luckily, I was able to do the flip on Kraken, so I could send all of it over there. And I'm not talking about like $5,000. It was a lot of money, guys. I sent all over to Kraken, and I was able to flip it when the UST pegged. So I know what it's like. It's part of the game, losing money. Okay. However, I'm going to make a positive note. If you're in this bear market and you're still here, and if you made gains, I don't care if it was just 1 or 2% gains during this bearish cycle, you're a winner in my book. Okay. That's actually really, really good. Most people in this cycle that we just went on, I can assure you Although it doesn't seem like that on crypto Twitter, I can assure you that most people in this bear cycle have lost money. I can assure you 80+% have lost money in this cycle, okay? And they're underwater on their stuff. So if you made gains, you're a winner. If you've learned something, you're a winner. That's what's important. Bear cycles is definitely the time to learn, and you can learn a lot about assets, trades, all kinds of things in these type of cycles. So either way, even if you did lose a little bit of money, but you learned something, still a winner. You're getting yourself ready for the next wave run, whether it's a corrective bounce up or it's just going to be a massive wave run, bullish cycle. You're going to be prepared to make a lot of money in that thing. And if Bitcoin is going to do a correction, it's going to be getting out of there and it's going up into another wave. Let's say it goes up to, let's just say 40 or 45,000. You should be able to make a lot of money in that run, guys. You know, I think the next wave run for Bitcoin is going to last like 6 months, and there's going to be another correction. That's just my guess. So, sorry, I went off on a tangent there. Here's the deal. Litecoin. One of the reasons I went over, I was going over Litecoin is because one, the structure that it has right here. You know, if you take it off log, you get a little bit different view on that. However, these are cryptocurrencies and they do massive runs. So usually logarithmic is a better deal with cryptocurrency because you can see with Litecoin there, what is that? 28,000. So a massive run there, it corrected it. And then it's over here. It's fairly similar to not Bitcoin, but GBTC or Grayscale. And for some reason, I was just thinking, I'm like, well, if Litecoin can actually get out of here. So what I did as I was like taking a look at that. So you want to see Litecoin start breaking these this area right here. If it does, I think that's going to be really good. And I was looking at Litecoin over here. Okay, it's kind of confusing. What did that do? You know, could you get an impulse move out of that? You can see in the RSI, there's no divergence, but obviously it came down, went back up, went back down, and finally got out of there. So it was. And it's kind of similar over here. You're seeing that, is that okay? Is that like you're looking at that? Is there divergence? You can see a little bit of divergence from here to there. You know, it's just questionable. And I think if Litecoin is able to make it just beyond that area, that could be a early warning shot for the cryptocurrency market, because you have like a similar type pattern like it was on Binance. You see this wave down? This is a 5-wave move, and this is a 3-wave move. So I'll show you right here on Litecoin. So this is like your 3-wave move, your flat. That's the flat, and it came down. So over here is like your 3-wave move too. Okay, it's kind of similar to Binance. So it's 3-wave move there, a 3-wave move there, and then a 5. So I'll take that off. And Litecoin could have done some sort of flat right there too, and now it's getting out of there. That could have been the correction. So I just want to let you aware of that. Let me go over the higher time frame and let you guys know on the weekly chart here with Litecoin is that Litecoin is in a bullish structure. It came back down real deep here, but it didn't break that wave right there. And that's an impulse move. Did a correction. That's an impulse move. You can see the highest peak on the RSI is right there. You see? And then it went up to that wave, causing that bearish divergence, corrected back down. So Litecoin, in my opinion, is making this move kind of like GBTC. If perhaps it's done right there, and it can make this move right here, guys. So this is the strategy with Litecoin. Up here, ride that wave up. Now, I'm not saying it's going up there. It should go up and hit that trend, just like it came back down and hit this trend. Okay. It went up. Here's the trend. You got two 3 touches out here. This is a overthrow. That's an overthrow. They usually have an overthrow in that 3rd wave. But you have a touch, 3 touches there, reliable, deep in the RSI, touch up there, here, overthrow. That's the 5th wave thrust, back down, a back test, and it came back down and now possibly out of there. And I do think that you have a good shot of Litecoin making that move. Now, my previous video on Bitcoin, I was like getting a little bit more negative for you guys. Oh my God, what's this guy talking about? Here's the deal. Even if Bitcoin does, let's say Bitcoin's coming down and like it's correcting some super cycle or what have you, whatever you want to call that, and it's going to go up into a wave, Litecoin's still going to be able to do that. Okay, it'll still shoot up while Bitcoin's going up like that. Whether Bitcoin's going up in a massive corrective move or it's going up into a bullish sequence, Litecoin could still make that move, and up there will be your exit. for Litecoin, because then Litecoin right here has got a wave sequence and it'll correct that back down to here. Okay. So I just want to let you guys know that. So from here, let's say 44 bucks back up to just beyond all-time highs of $400, you know, a nice little move. And Litecoin's a good little coin too. You know, you take it right up here. If it gets up there, then you do what? You short it back down, right? You just start doing a short back down. Okay. Not some super leveraged short either. Just, you know, take some percentage of this bag, the gains here, take that and go down and just do a normal short. No leverage. Just, you know, back down. That's what I would do. All right, guys. If you made it all the way to the end, do me a huge favor. Drop a like. Hit the subscribe button. Peace.